Every age has its signature afflictions. From a pathological standpoint, the incipient 21st century is determined neither by bacteria nor by viruses, but by neurons. Neurological illnesses such as depression, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, ADHD, borderline personality disorder, BPD, and burnout syndrome mark the landscape of pathology at the beginning of the 21st century. They're not infections, but infractions.
64,000 is the median number of words per book. Average person reads about 200 words per minute. Simple math will tell us that is one book in 320 minutes. To accomplish this in 7 days, numbers say you would have to read for 45 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button, like, comment, and share. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Book of the Week series. Every week as I read another amazing title, I share it with the world. My name is Igor S.F. Walker, and today we look at The Burnout Society by Byung-Chul Han. So how about you slow down and relax? Reduce all that noise for just a bit. Make that choice and decide to listen. In this video, we discover how philosopher Byung-Chul Han argues a cult of individual achievement has led to mass burnout and depression across society. Stick around till the end. I will share with you some tools I do haven't used that will help you tremendously in this game of life. Discover a way to find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behaviors. I will share some tools to improve your self-awareness, your social awareness, your self-management, and your relationship management. According to the genealogy of hostility that Baudrillard outlines, the enemy first takes the stage as the wolf. He's an external enemy who attacks, and against one who defends oneself by building fortifications and walls. In the next stage, the enemy assumes the form of a rat. He's a foe that operates in the underground, who one combats by means of hygiene. After a further stage, that of the insect, the enemy finally assumes a viral form. Viruses effectively move in the fourth dimension. It is much more difficult to defend oneself against viruses because they exist at the heart of the system. Now, a ghostly enemy appears, infiltrating itself throughout the whole planet, slipping in everywhere, just like a virus, welling up from all the interstatuses of power. Even in viral form, the hostility obeys the immunological scheme. The enemy virus intrudes into a system which functions immunologically and fights off the invader. The violence of positivity does not pursue or require hostility. It unfolds specifically in a permissive and pacified society. Consequently, it proves more invisible than viral violence. It inhibits the negativity-free space of the same, with no polarization between the inside and outside, or proper and foreign, where it actually takes place. 21st century society is no longer a disciplinary society, but rather an achievement society. Also, its inhabitants are no longer obedience subject, but achievement subjects. They are entrepreneurs of themselves. Yes, we can epitomizes achievement society's positive orientation. prohibitions, commandments, and the law are replaced by projects, initiatives, and motivation. Disciplinary society is still governed by no. Now its negativity produces madmen and criminals. In contrast, achievement society creates depressives and losers. The positivity of can is much more efficient than the negativity of should. Therefore, the social unconscious switches from should to can. However, the can does not revoke the should. The obedience subject remains disciplined. It has now completed the disciplinary stage. Can increases the level of productivity, which is the aim of disciplinary technology, that is the imperative of should. Depression began its ascent when the disciplinary model of behaviors, the rules of authority, and observance of taboos that gave social classes as well as both sexes a specific destiny, broke against norms that invited us to undertake personal initiative by enjoying and inviting us to be ourselves. The depressed individual is unable to measure up. He's tired of actually having to become himself. It is not imperative only to belong to oneself, but actually the pressure to achieve that causes exhaustive depression. Seen in this light, burnout syndrome does not express the exhausted self so much as the exhausted, burnt out soul. According to Ehrenberg, depression spreads when the commandments and prohibitions of disciplinary society yield to self-responsibility and initiative. In reality, it is not the excess of responsibility and initiative that makes one sick, but the imperative to achieve the new commandment of late modern labor society. The depressive human being is an animal laborance that exploits itself, and it does so voluntarily, without external constraints. It is a predator and a prey at once. The complaint of the depressive individual, nothing is possible, can only occur in a society that thinks nothing is impossible. No longer being able to be able leads to destructive self-approach and auto-aggression. The achievement subject finds itself fighting with itself. The depressive has been wounded by internalized war. Depression is the sickness of a society that suffers from excessive positivity. It reflects a humanity waging war on itself. Culture presumes an environment in which deep attention is possible. Increasingly, such immersive reflection is being displaced by an entirely different form of attention, hyper-attention, a rash change of focus between different tasks, sources of information and processes characterizes this scattered mode of awareness. Since it also has a low tolerance for boredom, it does not admit the profound idleness that actually benefits the creative process. Doing is just one consequence of this development, whereby being alive itself on extremely complex phenomena is boiled down to vital functions and capacities. As its flip side, the society of achievement and activeness is generating excessive tiredness and exhaustion. These psychic conditions characterize a world that is poor in negativity and in turn dominated by excess positivity. They're not immunological reactions presupposing the negativity of the immunological other. Rather, they're caused by too much of positivity, the excessiveness of performance enhancement leads to psychic infractions. Tiredness in achievement society is a solitary tiredness. It has a separating and isolating effect. Tiredness of this kind proves violent because it destroys all that is common or shared, all proximity and even language itself. Ehrenberg considers depression exclusively in terms of psychology and pathology of the self. In so doing, he fails to consider economic context. Burnout, which often precedes depression, does not point to a sovereign individual who has come to lack the power to be the master of himself. Rather, burnout represents the pathological consequence of voluntary self-exploitation. The imperative of expansion, of transformation, and self-reinvention, of which depression is the flip side, presumes an array of products tied to identity. The more often one changes one's identity, the more production is dynamized. Industrial disciplinary society relied on unchanging identity, whereas post-industrial achievement society requires a flexible person to heightened production. See, the capitalist economy absolutizes survival. It is not concerned with the good life. It is sustained by the illusion that more capital produces more life, which means a greater capacity for living. The rigid, rigorous separation between life and death casts a spell of ghostly stiffness over life itself. Concerned about living the good life yields to the hysteria of surviving. The reduction of life to biological vital process makes life itself bare and strips it of all narrativity. And there you have it, the Burnout Society. Please do help out. It is easy. Simply like this video so more people can enjoy it. Share it too and spread the word. Do leave a comment and share your thoughts. Subscribe to my channel, stay up to date, and the link to this book is in the description below. So buy it, read, never stop learning, especially learning about yourself and about nature. So gift yourself by taking the free human needs test on my website and find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. And if you feel you are ready to improve your self-awareness, your social awareness, your self-management and relationship management even further, do check out my Master of Life Awareness program. The links are in the description below. Thank you. Love and respect.